So now we are going to show you how to properly heat tape and insulate your meter. We do get some very cold weather here in the north, so anybody who has a meter under a trailer or in an unheated crawl space, this is a very important thing to do. So here's an example of a water meter. This one is most common in our residential homes here in town. There is a register on top which calculates how much water is being used, which is connected to a meter transmitting unit which sends the information to City Hall. So now we're going to show you some of the materials that you're going to use to properly heat tape and insulate your meter. So we got some pipe insulation there, and some spiral pipe wrap, and some heat trace. So first we are going to apply the heat tape, which is wrapped tightly around the pipe and the meter itself. And you can see on the bottom of the meter across the plate, it is crisscrossed and wrapped all the way to the other end. So now we will put on the pipe insulation. You can have the valves exposed, they don't need to be covered. Makes life easier for the homeowner and anybody doing maintenance. In an emergency situation, you would like to have access to your valves. It is very important. So we are going to put the spiral wrap over top of the meter, and we're going to wrap it around the bottom and make sure it's nice and tight. And now we are going to make sure every area of the meter is covered. So we are now going to tape this section on, tape it really tight. You really don't want any cool air to be able to get underneath this insulation. Some people like to just wrap it around the sides and around the meter and cover the whole thing. It is nice to have the register exposed though, so if the meter does ever need to be looked at, the register itself is exposed and we don't have to cut any of your insulation off. Here we have two examples of frozen water meters. One has frozen and cracked at the front and the other has frozen and cracked at the back. If your meter does happen to freeze and crack, you need to locate your main shutoff valve, which should be just before your water meter. Shut that off, call the city so that we can come and replace your water meter for you.